We often think about what it takes to really inspire change in people, or in a company. And today, we're diving into an idea that's pretty counterintuitive. It's probably not what you're thinking. So, let's jump right in. This is the big question, isn't it? Whether you're trying to lead a team, make a better parent, or just make a positive impact in your world. We all wonder this. What actually works? What creates change that really, truly sticks? Well, to get to the answer, we first have to tackle a really common myth. It's this idea that change has to be big and loud. Yeah, most of us believe that change is this big event. We picture the heroic speech that rallies the troops or that one major policy announcement that's supposed to fix everything. But the hidden truth is, well, it's the exact opposite. Real, lasting change usually comes from something much, much quieter, a steady, almost invisible buildup of small, considerate actions. So if it's not the big, dramatic moments, then what is it? The answer is hiding in plain sight. It lies in the incredible and often completely overlooked power of seemingly small things. Let's put a name to this: small considerations. What we're talking about are those daily, what seem like insignificant, acts of kindness, of awareness, of simple respect. Now, the key word here, the magic word, is accumulated. One single act, it might get forgotten. But when these acts become consistent, that's when they have this profound impact on how people think and act. And listen, this isn't some abstract theoretical thing. We're talking about really concrete stuff. The simple act of saying, "well done," or "hey, that really helped me out," or seeing a colleague who is just drowning in work and asking, "can I help with that?" It can be as basic as remembering to call people by their correct names, or just actually listening without already planning what you're going to say next. They're small, but wow, they communicate a ton of respect. So why? Why are these little actions so ridiculously powerful? It's because they build things you can't see. They create these incredibly valuable assets that you could never, ever measure. I mean, think about it. You're never going to find a line item for quiet encouragement on a spreadsheet, right? There's no KPI for listened attentively. The real value of these actions exists completely outside our normal ways of measuring success. And yet, this is the stuff that builds the invisible architecture of a strong, healthy culture. These small acts build trust. They create psychological safety, that feeling that you can take a risk or admit you made a mistake and you won't get hammered for it. They create a real sense of belonging. And all of that together, it creates an environment where people feel safe enough to actually step up and take on new challenges. Okay, let's zoom in on this and apply it specifically to the workplace, because this is where leadership is just absolutely critical. This is such a powerful insight. Forget the big annual company-wide reading. Your team learns far more from your daily posture, how you show up moment to moment, than from any big dramatic speech you could ever make. It's about consistency, not intensity.
So what does that posture look like? Well, it's acknowledging the effort someone put in, even if the project didn't quite hit its goals. It's quietly stepping in to mediate a conflict before it explodes. And maybe the biggest one of all, when things go wrong, it's refusing to play the blame game, and instead, creating a culture where everyone figures it out together.
And this brings us to the final and maybe the most amazing part of this whole idea: how these small, individual acts don't stay small. They spread. They transform the whole group. There's this beautiful metaphor to describe this process. Think of these acts like water seeping into soil. It's not a sudden flood. It's a slow, deep, quiet process that over time completely changes the environment, making it so much more fertile. You can literally watch this ripple effect unfold. It all starts with one person offering a small act of consideration. The person on the receiving end feels seen, they feel respected, they feel safe. That feeling, in turn, inspires them to pay it forward, to show that same consideration to someone else. And that's how a cycle of trust starts to form. And over time, the entire culture just gets stronger from the inside out. So it all comes back to this one central thesis captured perfectly right here. What changes people is not grand words or intense experiences, but the ceaseless accumulation of small considerations. It's that quiet, steady, silent power that truly changes us. So the challenge this leaves us with isn't to go plan some huge gesture for tomorrow. It's about the here and now. It's not about theory, it's all about practice. So the question is simple. What small, quiet kindness will you offer today? That's the one that really matters.